It's a mark on my back, so this jock on my waistline. I cannot fuck for these sluts, I can't wait. And I'm frosty, gon' pop out that cut with that tray. 57 up my shit, then bro up at the same time. Whipping in the front, two niggas booming in the back. Just calling out with all the smaller nigga, do you wanna match? All you bragging about that bitch, I put that through the run the map. Tell them I just want the brain, but your medulla on my lap. Hey, mop out, 40 when we pop out. Should've worked the sanitation, how I bring the mop out.
Yo, what's good with y'all? Y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy Umyp coming with another banger, man. Let's go. Now today, I know it's been a little while since I dropped some updated SIGs, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all my new SIGs that I'm using. Not only that, I'm about to go ahead and show y'all some dribble moves that I can do with this. So I guess you can call this dribble tutorial slash, you know what I'm saying, SIGs, whatever. I'm coming at y'all with double package, coming at y'all with everything, man. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Also subscribe and put on notifications. That way you're notified whenever I drop another banger, drop another stream, or whenever I do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Having y'all support me means the world, and that's what I be doing this YouTube for, man. For y'all. So anyway, I'm not gonna waste y'all time. I'm gonna get right into this dribble tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all my SIGs, like I said, and then we're gonna get into showing y'all little dribble moves and showing y'all a tutorial on a couple moves that y'all could be using with these. So anyway, like I said, make sure to like, subscribe, put on post notifications. And it's your boy Umyp, and let's get right into the video, man. Let's go. Alright, y'all, like I said, I'm not gonna waste any time when it comes to showing y'all my SIGs. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get right into showing y'all my SIGs right now. Now, for the dribble style, I use Kyrie Irving. Now, dribble style doesn't really matter too much. Only reason I use Kyrie Irving, it's not really a big difference, but whenever you get that shitty sham guard animation, getting the Kyrie Irving one, you lose the ball a lot less. That's why I use that instead of Quick or Stephen Curry. I did used to use Quick a lot, but like I said, dribble style doesn't really matter too much. This is why I stick with Kyrie, just because whenever I accidentally do a sham guard, I don't want to get ripped, because that animation gets ripped pretty much every single time. So using Kyrie Irving is going to keep you protected from losing the ball a lot more. Now, size up packages, without even a question, it's Allen Iverson. If you have anything at this point in the year, if you're not using Allen Iverson, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Now, if you're using Pro 3, that is the only somewhat exception. Only problem with Pro 3, it doesn't have the cancel that AI that Allen Iverson has. So you know what I'm saying. Like, but now Allen Iverson, you can hit an AI cancel, go all the way back to the 3. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge step back. Pro 3 doesn't really give you that. If you're using Pro 2, I mean, Allen Iverson's where it's at, man. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Allen Iverson is the size of package to be using. Now, for your moving crossover, I use Pro 2, obviously. Fastest crossover in the game. Not only that, hidden double crosses out of Pro 2 is phenomenal. Gets you right to the paint every time. Y'all probably gonna see that a lot in a lot of the clips I'm gonna show y'all. Continuing this video, and in the beginning of this video, y'all saw a lot of Pro 2 crossovers. Double crosses, I love doing those because those get you right to the paint. So Pro 2 crossover is what I use. Now, if you're behind the back, I obviously use Pro 5. It's for 2K20, it's the best behind the back. Some people use Pro 3. If you're able to use combo up with Pro 3, you're automatically a demigod, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Pro 3 is not the easiest to be able to combo with, especially since they tried to patch it because of how much people abused it in 2K19. So Pro 5 is probably the best behind the back to use. It's a mix of Pro 3 and Pro 6. It's still fast, gets you right to the paint, but it's not, you know what I'm saying, like as fast as getting right to the paint as Pro 3. But Pro 5 is the best behind the back. That's what you see everyone else using. So for me, I use Pro 5, and I suggest you use Pro 5. Now, basic spin. Now this is all preference right here. Now I use Pro 4 myself, right? Now a lot of people use either Pro 4, Pro 3, Basic 1, or Basic 2. Now, Basic 1 only has one good use. Basic 1 is only used for hitting those spin backs. And I'm gonna be real, this late in the game, Basic 1 is not needed. Like, you can do everything in Basic 2 and Basic 1 with Basic 2, Pro 4, or Pro 3. So Basic 1 really isn't needed, but, you know, if you're a beginner dribbler, then it makes sense if you want to use Basic 1. But I do not suggest Basic 1. Now, Basic 2 is the exact same thing as Pro 4. The only difference is the half spin. Now, the half spin out of Pro 4 is way faster and explosive, and that's going to be really important. Now, if you put on Pro 4 and Basic 2, and you try to do a half spin with both of them, you're going to see what I mean. Like, Pro 4 half spin is way better than Basic 2. That's the reason why I use Pro 4 over Basic 2. But every animation besides that is the exact same for Pro 2. I mean, for Basic 2 and Pro 4. And now Pro 3. For my J-Dub dribblers, for my people that want to be like Psyche K, this is for you. Now me, you know, preferably I don't use Pro 3. It just doesn't suit my dribble style. But Pro 3 is amazing. If you want to see someone use that, like I said, go check out my boy J-Dub. He just hit 10K. Now that is someone that uses Pro 3, and when you watch him dribble with that, you can be like, wow. Now, like I said, for me, I don't really use it. That's not my style. I use Pro 4, and that's what I'm going to stick with. But like I said, Pro 4, stuff that you can do out of Pro 4, you can do with any other moving spin. Not only that, the half spin for Pro 4 is very explosive and fast. So that's why we're going to be sticking with Pro 4 for our moving spin. With our moving hesitation, a lot of you have been asking me about this. I use Pro 1. I don't really think moving hesitation really matters too much. I use Pro 1. I tried Pro 3. I mean, I don't really catch myself doing hezzies anyway. So I just have Pro 1 on. And then for triple threat, that don't really matter too much, but I use normal 8. But anyway, these are the SIGs, and we're now going to go ahead and show you a couple moves that I can do with these SIGs. And let's get into that, man. Alright, y'all. And now to get into this dribble tutorial, because what's the point of me giving y'all my SIGs if y'all don't even know how to do all the dribble moves that I do with them? So y'all know, I'm not going to leave y'all in the dark. I'm going to go ahead and teach y'all how to do all the dribble moves that I do. Or not all of them, but I'm going to go ahead and show y'all some really good ones that y'all can use in the park, really effective. That's going to help you score. Not only that, it's going to help you look good while you're dribbling. When people are guarding you, they're like, okay, my man can dribble, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into that. So I'm going to go ahead and teach y'all how to do a lot of these moves. So first, we're going to start off with the reverse behind the back backwards. Now this move, y'all see me use in the park, especially on threes, because this move right here, you're literally doing a reverse behind the back backwards, as you can see like that. Not only that, once you do a half spin out of it, keep in mind you're going backwards, right? So once you start coming back, you're going back up the court with a full head of steam. So doing this move, not only does it look good, but it's easy to score out of. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cover that right now. Now for a lot of these moves, you're gonna have to know how to do a walk back or a moonwalk. Now if you don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and teach y'all. So to do one, you flick your right stick to 5 o'clock, right? So once you flick your right stick to 5 o'clock, you then, right after that, you wanna hold turbo and flick your your left stick to 7 o'clock. And that's gonna give you this throwover animation, right? So once you get this throwover animation, right, you then just wanna rotate your left stick to 2 o'clock. So you're gonna rotate it from 7 to 2 o'clock. And as you can see, your MYPARK is gonna walk backwards like this, right? Like he's just gonna walk backwards with the ball. The point of this is usually want your MYPARK to start walking, you know, backwards. Once you rotate your left stick to 2 o'clock. So you should be getting this animation right here, right? So once you get this animation, right, as soon as your MYPARK starts switching hands, right, or as he starts walking backwards, right, out of this walk back, you want to flick your right stick to the right and then down. Doing that is going to trigger this cross behind the back, right? So like I said, you do the walk back without holding nothing. You just flick your right stick to 5 o'clock. It's going to give you between the legs. Then you hold turbo and your left stick to 7 o'clock. That's going to give you a throwover. And then after that, you want to continue holding turbo and rotate your left stick to 2 o'clock. That's going to give you that walk back, right? And then as soon as your MYPARK starts walking backwards, you then want to flick your right stick to the right and then down. So you want to flick it to 9 o'clock and then 6 o'clock. So once you do that, it's going to give you this reverse behind the back, but you're going backwards, right? So as soon as you do that, right, and your MYPARK is getting ready to finish the reverse behind the back, you want to rotate your right stick from 3 to or actually from 9 to 12, and that's going to give you the half spin right there. So as you saw, right, I do the reverse behind the back, rotate it from 9 to 12, and that's going to give you a half spin out of that move. Now after that, you can do whatever you want, whether you want to do a double cross, whether you want to do another cross behind the back. Like, there's so much you can do out of it. This is why I love doing this move. As you can see, look, do a cross into a double cross right to the paint. There's so much that you can do, and this is why this is a really effective move that I like to use, especially getting clips too. It looks good. So this is one of the moves that y'all could be doing with my SIGs. And now we're gonna go over another move right now. So let's go. Alright, y'all, another move that I'm gonna go ahead and teach y'all, and this move is a 2-for-1 move. I'm gonna teach you how to do a moonwalk to a behind the back, or a moonwalk to a double behind the back. Now this move right here, which is the moonwalk to the behind the back, or the moonwalk to the double behind the back, which y'all have been seeing me use a lot more. Both very effective moves that I love using. Now these two moves I use all the time. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and teach y'all how to do these moves right now. So first, we already went over the walk back, you know, like just a couple minutes ago when I was teaching y'all how to do that reverse behind the back, right? So it's similar. You have to do the same exact walk back, right? Where if the ball's in your left hand, you flick your right stick without holding anything. Flick your right stick to 5 o'clock. Then hold turbo, flick your left stick to 7 o'clock. That's gonna give you the throwover animation. And then once you get the throwover animation, you just rotate your left stick to 2 o'clock, right? So once you get this down, right? You get this walk back down. To do the behind the back, like just a normal behind the back or profile behind the back, you want to flick your right stick down. That's literally it. And as you can see, you're gonna get a behind the back right there. So once you're doing the walk back, right? As soon as you're about to do the behind the back, let go of turbo, and then you just flick your right stick down. So once again, look, you do the walk back, let go of turbo, flick your right stick down, and that's the behind the back for you, right? Now to do a double behind the back out of it, which this is one I like to use because a lot of people, they bite on that moonwalker to the behind the back now. Since it's now July in the year, everyone bites on that. So what you can also do to stop them from doing that is just do a straight double behind the back like that. Now to do that, it's just like doing the behind the back, but instead you just tap your right stick down twice. So you do the walk back, let go of turbo, and then flick your right stick down twice, and that's gonna give you a double behind the back. Now something I also do sometimes is I do the behind the back into a double behind the back too. So like that, which is the same type thing. You just let go turbo, flick your right stick down, that's gonna give you a behind the back, and then you just flick it down twice, and that's gonna give you a double behind the back. That gets you right to the paint. Also out of the behind the back, you can do a double cross, which is flicking your right stick to the left and then right. That's gonna give you a double cross if you have my SIGS on. And yeah, that's pretty much some effective moves that y'all can use with these SIGS, because I didn't want y'all to have these SIGS and, you know, not have any moves. So anyway, y'all, I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and put on post notifications. That way you're notified whenever I drop another video, stream, do whatever. But anyway, I hope y'all did enjoy this video. It's your boy Umyp, and I'm out.